All right, good morning. Today is the 11th of July 2025. We're trading the DAX today. Second live stream. Let's see how it goes. I started the account yesterday with 2,100 euros. It is now at 2,165. So about 3% gains yesterday. I don't want to go below that. Friday is always in my mind Capital Preservation Friday. So we don't want to give back more than we made during the first 4 days, or in this case just first day. Yeah, what's happening at the DAX pre-market and overnight session continued the sell-off to points of interest down here. So we had our always in long day on Wednesday. Yesterday we had a correction down. It continued into the overnights down here. Let's see how the market reacts. So on the futures contract, we're opening with a gap down of about 133 points. It's the first gap down since last Friday. Yeah. News-wise, there's nothing to expect that we should care about. Just small GDP numbers from the UK and unemployment rates from Canada later today. Yeah, we definitely see some bearish movement in the underlying stock assets. Let me show you the heat map. We always have a brief look at that in the morning. Let's have a look at one of the big ones. If you see the same picture, gap down from yesterday. So yeah. It's always good to check in and see if this is going completely against what we see on our index chart, but it's not. So yeah, that's good. Okay. First bar closed bullish. Inside the range. 48 points. Okay. This looks like it wants to get lower. Very unusual buying here on the 1 minute. Let's see, we still have some magnets below that might want to get tested. So, and we only had 1 day of selling, a little bit selling in the overnight. And we have this move to correct. So if you just eyeball it, 50% should be somewhere over here. So we still have, I don't know, 160 points possibly down to correct. But yeah, I'm definitely waiting on it. Get some more clarity. Don't really feel like rushing anything on a Friday. I'm just marking out the possible magnets. I think it's about here. Alright, so if it was a Monday, I would probably be already short. $76, so about 50 points of stop. It's fine. I think selling now or waiting for a small pullback, but we have to be quick for that. If it even happens. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Of course, somebody's at the door when I'm doing this live stream. Okay, so there's more selling now. Selling below bar 1. And we're joining here. Let's see. So how much did we miss? 30 odd points. Yeah. But it's okay. I don't need to rush it. Okay. So some of the underlying assets continue to sell off. SAP is buying and trying to close the gap, but it looks like it's just closed the gap briefly and is now selling also. Looks pretty bearish to me. So yesterday we made a drop of 180, 195 points if you really measure from the high. If you measure from the open to the lows, it's about 170 points. So something in that range is, yeah, might be possible. I'm just remeasuring the 50% pullback of the move up from last Friday. It should be somewhere in the middle of Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually exactly where it should be. Okay, good. I just eyeballed it before. So yeah, that's good enough. I don't like to do exact sciences with those levels. Usually fine if it's close enough. If you put too much emphasis on it to be precise, it just messes with your expectations, which you anyway should not really have. Okay, so we got a pretty large candle down, 335 down to 280, about 55 points. Perfect exit would have been under bar 2, but I was a bit distracted. So if you tighten the stop here, it would also be fine. I mean, if we pull back 55 points, it should tell you something about the direction the market wants to move. Oh yeah, but the correct stop is up here for now. You never know. DAX sometimes likes to do things differently. So we just touched the overnight lows. Don't put too much meaning into it, but it could be a point of interest. Yeah, if this was a trend already going on for some longer period of time, I would definitely add. But as I shorted directly on this level, I don't want to have too much risk on. So it would be the same stop. Doesn't make sense now. Yeah. It's a bit bullish direction, but this bar is holding for now. Let's see. Yeah, looks weak. Let me have a look on the SPX chart on the side. There it looks more bullish. Yeah. Nothing much to do. So now we're thinking, okay, do we let this run against us so many points, or do we just close it here? I'm really keen to just be able to close it, and I would just re-enter short here if it tells me to. Whenever I trade the opening, it's really, really important for me to not be attached to any outcome and any direction. I mean, it can change direction 3-4 times in the first 60-90 minutes, and you have to be really okay with that. Okay, we have a second leg on the 1 minute. So now we could exit here. So it briefly touched above it. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to get some background music. I usually listen to some Spotify binaural beats playlist or some other background music. Need to figure out if I have some license free music available to stream. Also to YouTube, so I don't get any copyright infringement claims. Okay, that's good. 10 more seconds, let's see if it closes in our favor. So it's a bit slow. Let's see if people get impatient. So if you would have a better entry than I have, like below bar 2, your stop is also up here probably. So this would be a price level that you might want to defend if you are a bear and you entered there. So let's see if we really get above this one. I usually like to trade this quite aggressively, so I really would like to add if it moves quickly down below, but it doesn't look like it, and yeah, it might just change direction for a couple of hours. Mm. Oh, there's someone in the chat. Hi, Lenny. Yeah, you cannot play music. Okay. Yeah, well, I was looking at Daniel Inskip. He always plays some music in the background. Yeah. So some people do it. There must be a way. But he also produces music on his own, so maybe he just uses his own music. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's some form of YouTube audio library, but I don't know if you can put it into OBS and make it, yeah, and it to have sense somewhat. I mean, also everybody else could just turn on the music that they prefer and just hear my voice and maybe my mouse clicking. Okay. What's happening here? Still holding. Only got like 2 large bull bars on a 1 minute, or 4 if you count all the the bars. So it's not really strong in any sense, but that doesn't mean anything. It just gives you an idea what's going on. Okay, so now it's happening. Can I create an order? Yeah, there. So this. But it's not going. This would be the ad. But it's selling below. Yeah, it's not a great signal, and this one is still bullish. It just, in my mind, how the chart could look like in 15 minutes, it makes sense. And if it's the bullish case, yeah, I'm not too convinced of the bullish case yet. But yeah, it goes up off here. I mean, we saw some buying in the beginning. Market knew it wants to go down You already saw it in the pre-market of the stocks. Then some selling faded, market tried to go up again. Perfect would be, of course, to get a nice double top to grab really some stops up there. Get the liquidity we need to go down quickly. But that didn't happen. So we're stuck at the middle here, 50% pullback of the bear move. Tricky now. So my order just triggered. This is the sell below bar 6. Let's see. It's just a trap for me. So how many points are this? It's like 2 points. Yeah, it's super tight. Probably be more like here. Yeah. If the bears are stepping aside to wait for higher prices, it should have happened by now. Yeah, we have to be patient. 1 more minute left on this 5-minute bar. Looks like this right now. So we basically sold where other bulls would buy, because they have the opposite idea. Let's see who wins. Yeah, everybody wished that it would close a bit more bearish. Then it would give us a clear signal to short below if you trade stricter with the price action concepts from Elbrooks. Now everybody will ask, what is the wick here? What does it mean? Is it strong enough to sell below? Yeah, probably it is. Yeah, I think if it's not moving in our direction, we might be in too early here. I mean, 15 minutes spent here. It's a bit too long for me. during the open. Yeah, 15-minute chart, 10-minute chart also looks like nothing will happen here. So we have actually two options. Either we just close the trades and give in to the impatience, or just wait it out. So let's look at the 1 minute so we at least have some movement on the screen. So what I could expect is we get a quick move up where our stop is, and then we go down, but then not a very far move because of the two-sidedness. Yeah, our stop is exactly there where the bulls want to go above bar 5. Yeah. I think some of the bears definitely already gave up. Yeah, regarding take profit strategy, I will definitely exit one of these on the lows, and the other one I will see to wait for a clear clear signal to exit. If it's still happening, yeah. Okay, so we're back at our late entry below R2, bit away from our early entry below bar 5. So if I was a bull, would I buy here? Probably not. If I was a bear, would I short here? Yes, I would short below 7 if my plan was not already to short below 5 or 6. And this is what's happening now, finally. Okay, so I don't plan on letting the price go above this level anymore. Shouldn't happen now. I have to be honest now, this is my second stream live. It would have been really shitty that I was completely wrong on the trade. But yeah, that happens. I don't want to show only the good parts of trading, as some people do on YouTube and other platforms. It needs to be honest, and sometimes it's just hard. And you're wrong many times. But yeah. Okay, so I missed now because I was talking, of course, the exit for the ad sort of on the lows. It would be which would be super annoying now, but yeah, it happens. Let's see if we get another run. I usually try to avoid put hard take profits into the market unless I really know it's a scalp, because if the market goes down 100 points and my take profit is in the way, doesn't help me. But in this case, I should have definitely put it there. Because even on a small scale, you can think of this as a trading range, and then we have a breakout to one side, which might fail, and we wanted to catch the price during the first try. Okay, 1.5 minutes left. Yeah, cannot do anything now, it was too late. I mean, yeah, if this is really closing above, I will definitely exit. So now if I was a bull and I see this, I would definitely say, yeah, okay, maybe. I want to start buying. Yeah. So we briefly went above. Let's see if we get selling one more time, otherwise I'm out. Shouldn't happen if it was a nice healthy bear trend. It's not even worth the risk up here, to be honest. Good. Well, it's a shame I missed that one because I was talking. But I also expected it to go a little bit further, so I was not really in a hurry. to put in the take profit. But yeah, after such sluggish price action. Now it's triggering me to go short again. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm also reading the chat, and EW setups also closed, but he had a very better entry than I have. I'm talking about the chat in Discord of the books price action community. Yeah. Now what do we do? Do we enter here again? I would probably, if I'm not on the stream. But it's okay. It's a Friday. We don't need to push it that hard. Still a good enough entry signal if you see this one following. How many points of stop do we need? 30. Okay. Let's see. I think there's a little bit of price left to be touched by the bears. I might want to sell below this one again. But yeah, it's not great. Maybe up here, we test the trend line again. So basically up there. Target is, I don't know how far away. I mean, bulls didn't even buy above this one, so price never got there, at least on this chart. It did, I think, very briefly on the FDAX chart, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, maybe by a tick. And nobody would place their order on a tick, so it's usually more above. Yeah, it's too close to the bottom. I'm not happy with it. If we draw us a trend line over here, it would be nice to maybe wait for this level, 315, 316, or see for more conclusive price action overall before we go down here. Yeah. So if you want to hold this, we probably need a larger stop. And I don't want that. So weird. I'm also just looking at the fundamental stocks. They're sizzling out a bit. Not much price movement in the last 40 minutes. So yeah. I'm not really convinced. So yeah, I've been streaming for an hour. I will probably call it here. I'm not really in sync, as you can see. I will save this account from more detrimental loss. It's fine. Sometimes you just get a bad read on it. Okay, so I'm closing the account of the week on this. I will take a break and see if I can rebalance, because I'm definitely too impatient right now. Market goes now like directly in my direction. This is always a good indication to take a break. Well, thanks for joining in, whoever joined in. Sorry for the disappointment on the trades. I hope you had a better execution if you tried to trade this one. I really am annoyed that I didn't get this one, but yeah, happens. All right. And that's it from today. Have a good weekend. Have a good remaining session, and see you around. Bye bye.